SpongeBob shaped our childhood, but hidden beneath the laughs are mistakes you never noticed. A pencil underwater, a tombstone for Squidward while he's alive, snow at the bottom of the ocean. You've watched these episodes 100 times and still missed them. These 27 mistakes will change how you see Bikini Bottom forever. Some are tiny, some are shocking. Let's dive in, because the truth, it's way weirder than you remember. Frankendoodle. Whenever SpongeBob and Patrick arrive at Squidward's home, there is a sound from a doorbell. When Squidward finally opens the door, you can't find a doorbell on the wall. You'd swear the sound just appeared, since there's no visible source. When the camera shows Squidward at the door, SpongeBob and Patrick appear, changing the background out of nowhere. At one time, everything looks barren. The next, they just appear in front of you where they stand, having teleported right there. Even though SpongeBob's belt still looks a bit strange, it turns out that the bottom part disappears when he lets go of his arms. One moment it's happening, the next, it's gone. SpongeBob wasn't fully ready for what happened in his wardrobe. 3 fingers appears on Doodlebob, the animated SpongeBob, the minute his appearance was released. But the version of Mab that he images has 4 fingers, even though his paintings all have 2. Only moments after that, he goes back down to 3. Either his body is shaky, Doodlebob covers up the doorway with a drawing to stop SpongeBob from getting outside. Seconds after that, he walks through the door again as if nothing strange happened. A sign that everyone thought was gone is now back and complete. 1 Krabs Trash. SpongeBob offers Mr. Krabs a $1 bill for a soda-drinking hat and walks away with only coins. But when he returns to negotiate, he suddenly has 2 full dollar bills in his hands, plus more coins. Did he visit an underwater bank in the meantime? Mr. Krabs spies on SpongeBob by casting a fishing rod into his window. But the problem is, SpongeBob's bedroom is on the 2nd floor. Krabs is clearly standing at ground level, but somehow hooks SpongeBob's hat from upstairs. While SpongeBob celebrates with his new hat, Squidward's house is seen clearly in the background. But when Mr. Krabs angrily stomps away, Squidward's massive Easter Island head is gone. During one scene, Mr. Krabs is seen deep in thought. Out of nowhere, a large tombstone appears behind him. No one places it there, and it wasn't in the previous frame. It just magically pops into the background, like an eerie jump scare. When the ghostly owner of the soda-drinking hat rises from his grave, he appears with a full set of bones, including his spine and vertebrae. But the next time we see him, he's only got 1 tiny neck bone left. Apparently, ghosts also suffer from bone loss. Nasty Patty. In the first scene, Mr. Krabs' shirt is blue, but in the next scene, it's suddenly white. There's no explanation. Everything just changes color without a warning. Just the way he dressed his laundry seemed to evolve midway through the film, since it was supposed to be a terrible, contaminated burger. The Nasty Patty hits the ground when Kevin swats it. Following his idea, it looks nothing like the disgusting Krabby Patty. It's plain and normal. The off-putting behaviors were no longer in evidence. As SpongeBob panics about hiding the interviewer, there's a moment when his nose changes quickly and shines a very bright blue. I can't find a reason for the color. It just appears and disappears. After the inspector is knocked out, he does not have his hat anymore. When he's hit by a rock, the hat magically lands on his head again, as if he's never taken it off. I'm not sure if it's on her head or was added later, but it looks adorable. When SpongeBob and Mr. Krabs are filling the grave, the health inspector stands up inside it. When the dust is washed away by the rain, he's now lying on his back on the ground. Although no one touched him, and the action kept happening the same way, his position was completely different. Idiot box. Whenever SpongeBob imagines things, he shows it by painting rainbows above himself. Yet, if you look again, you can see the colors are placed incorrectly. Real rainbows start with red and end with violet, while these just reverse that order, like someone tried to guess what a rainbow looks like. Squidward lets out an "oh boy" with obvious disappointment, but his mouth doesn't move. Along with the sound, you wouldn't be able to guess what he is saying from just looking at his mouth. It feels his accent and expression are taken from two totally separate stories. Squidward, with his mouth open the entire time, keeps asking for the remote by saying, "Where's that remote?" He doesn't blink. His eyes stay open wide, and he talks like he's in disbelief. In the middle of his frustrated fit, Squidward's forehead wrinkles, temporarily go away. His emotions disappear as fast as his dialogue, making it look like something else took the pressure away for just one stretch of time. After Squidward tears up the note, the bits and pieces fall to the floor. However, the next drawing shows the floor wiped clean. No paper, no mess. You could say the animators found a way to blur the details. You can clearly spot the spot for SpongeBob's house right before the cardboard box is loaded onto the garbage truck in the last scene. It just isn't happening. Even though there was a pineapple in every previous shot, it is not visible in this picture. At the end of the film, an arrow appears at random on the side of the cardboard box. At no point in the episode could anyone see this arrow. You don't know where it came from, like it was added last minute to your work. In the last scene, you don't walk down the usual path that goes by Patrick's house as you normally would. The entire set shifts, and the common way around is completely gone. "Can you spare a dime?" Mr. Krabs suddenly panics and yells, "Where is it?" talking about a missing dime. But up to that moment, the dime hasn't been shown, mentioned, or even hinted at. The entire situation comes out of nowhere, like a missing scene was skipped. Krabs then accuses Squidward of stealing the dime, but SpongeBob is randomly involved in the conversation. Even though he has no connection to the missing coin, he just appears in the scene without any context or reason to be part of the drama. At the very end of the episode, the infamous missing dime reappears in Mr. Krabs' cash register without any explanation. How it got there is never explained, and no one mentions finding it. It's just there again, like nothing ever happened. These 27 mistakes may seem minor, but for a show as iconic as SpongeBob SquarePants, they highlight how even the most beloved animations aren't immune to errors. These tiny details make rewatching old episodes way more interesting. And honestly, part of SpongeBob's magic is how perfectly imperfect it all is.